Welcome to FX Street. Head on over to YouTube, to our channel, hit that subscribe button. You can follow Akash and I individually on Twitter, Akash at Among Yeko, and myself at Just Analysis One. Taking a look at Doge. Oh man, Doge is just a slow bleed, and in the trading, uh, in trading, the worst conditions for somebody who's a bull or somebody who has a long position. The worst trading conditions are really what you're looking at with Doge here, which is very reminiscent of what happened in 2017. Instead of, a fast move south, fast correction, you get this really slow bleed. And those are more painful than, like a flash crash is like, oh my God, that's bad. And you get like a temporary panic, but generally things pause and then they start to move back. This is like cancer, for your emotions. And so people who are, you just pay attention to any social media on Doge, people who are holding from like 30 cents or something. I mean, every day is, it's like water torture. It's just a slow drip south. And and what's annoying is that it's just not doing it's just not dropping. And Kash and I've been talking about Doge for freaking ever and a day. And uh I remember specifically, back in the fall or early winter, talking about how 18 cents was like the make or break zone. And then it was 17, then it was 16, and then it was 15, and then it was 14, because the volume profile, if we zip it back, look at the volume profile on the left and watch what happens. Okay, we get to like October, right? The mass capitulation zone is below 18 cents, right? And it didn't flash crash lower. Instead, what did it do? It started to fill in, and you see it keep filling in every day. It goes lower every day. It's filling in that huge gap that existed. And so far, it is still doing that. And I'm going to keep repeating that, below a certain threshold, there is a very high probability of a flash crash because the volume profile is still very thin. A couple weeks ago it was at 14 cents, and then a week and a half ago it was at 13, and right now it was at 12, and right now it's below 11 cents. So between 11 cents and 9 cents is really a 10 cents. So a flash crash here is not going to be very dramatic anymore. It's just going to kind of just dip down there. But anyways, yeah, and Dogecoin, I mean, oof, how long has it been in this move south? It's still in a corrective move, right? It's not in a bear market. It's just, and because you can't measure bear markets the same way that you do in equities, because bear markets happen like every Tuesday in cryptocurrencies if you use the same metrics as you do in the stock market. But 307 days, all right? I mean, we're like little less than 2 months from a whole year spent in this corrective move. By the way, I will always remember the high of the crypto market last year, because that was when my brother Zach got married. I remember that everybody was like, "Oh my God, are you gonna buy Doge? Look how high it is." And I was like, "Yeah, you guys are a good metric for probably scaling out of positions."
Yeah, that's like a good indicator. You can always rely on the retail hype to
Yeah,
cash out.
when you start getting text messages from friends and family about buying something when it's already like up 400%, it's time I tell them, no, don't do that, but people do it anyways. Doge, yeah, get 9 cents. That's the lower of where I see it going until we visit again on Tuesday. And the upside potential, if there is any, if it happens, is probably limited to 16 cents, or 15 to 16 cents. That's what I see. I'm babbling enough about Doge. I'll pass it off to you, Akash. Probably have something more intelligent to say than I do about it.
Thank you, John. So, okay, cool. So a couple things I want to talk about is the Doge. This is like the only hope that I have for our Doge, which is like a falling wedge. So far, it looks pretty good. If you look at it from a line chart perspective, we've got 1, 2, 3 good retests, and for the top, we have like 2 retests, which is pretty good. And if you look at it from a theoretical standpoint, like it projects 34% upswing, which puts it at 0.18. Not bad. This was the last line of support. Again, like John mentioned, it was like at point somewhere around here first, 1.7, and then it filled the gap. And now we're slowly bleeding down. Now it was 0.12, and now we're already reached below that. And if you look at it from a candlestick perspective, right, there is, I think it was on 12-hour. Right, so yeah, it was on 12-hour. So yeah, forget the FVG for now. Right, so like John mentioned, there is a bit of gap up to 0.085. So that's where I'm expecting those to hit if we get like a daily close below the lower trend line of this falling wedge, which we have from a 12-hour perspective. Yeah, from a daily time frame. Although this might sound repetitive, I noticed something really interesting what happened today, which is the daily active addresses for Doge spiked to an all-time high. Right, so if you like zoom in, even during the peak, right, the daily active addresses were somewhere around 168, but now you have $752,000 active addresses, right? And while this is kind of bullish, the volume doesn't seem to think so. As you can see, the volume is dried up. It's not increasing. The same, you can see a much nuanced look from a 1-hour active addresses. Yeah. Yeah, so the 1-hour active addresses also, like you can see.
Volume in general, like
Yeah,
all cryptos is low. And folks, if you want to know when professional money is participating, it's when all of the dumb money is out. And
yeah,
these are the times when smart money and professional money, like you just said, the active wallet addresses spiking is there in cryptos. That's the early warning sign of increased participation that you see before, often see before price is reflected in price. It's kind of one of the weird things in the crypto space.
Right, but yeah, so another thing that I want to point, so the only my hesitation is because I don't see even a little spike in the volume, although I kind of want to trade off of this signal alone. But yeah, other than that, like if you look at MVRV, right, MVRV is also like too low, like the 365-day MVRV is at minus 49%. I'm not even sure when we last saw this. This was, okay, hold on.
What does that stand for again? Is that the
which one?
The MRV?
The MVRV. Market value to realized value.
Oh yeah.
So a dip below 0 indicates how many users are in loss, holders are in loss. And basically a dip below minus 10% is when long-term holders tend to accumulate. So any move below minus 10% is termed as an opportunity zone. And that applies for the 30-day MVRV.
And where's that right now?
It's a minus 50%. And historically, hold up, can you even make this? No. So if I had a log scale for the price chart here, then we could have guessed it. But either way, right, like very few times has those dip down to minus 50%. So regardless of this gap that we see here, I think now would be like a good time to accumulate.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. Right? Yeah, that is.
Because if you look at it from a weekly time frame, Doge has gone through a full-scale bear market correction. We're now at an 84% downswing, which is massive. Right, but the only concerning thing is I'm giving mixed signals right now, which is this FVG, this massive FVG present here from this point to this point is now filled, and it's now so now we have a tiny FVG present here, and apart from this, we have one present over here. Right? These are the two levels. Like, well, I'm not saying it could come down here. I'm saying just there's a possibility that Dogecoin could head down to the levels last seen during the start of 2021. Yeah. So with that said, I would definitely want to, long some Dogecoins because of this thing. I'm actually going to try and speak to the sentiment people to see if this is an error. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my analysis for Doge, which kind of gave you nothing but
No, that's not true. The
confusion.
actually, while you were talking, I did pick up a little bit of Doge just because of that metric right there. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Sick.
And then I have some limit orders resting in between 7 and 9 cents, but I shifted some of that. Just hit it at the market right now. A little greedy.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Imagine, like, the only thing we need right now is Elon Musk tweet.
Yeah, that's that is all. That is all it takes. But yeah. Anyways, okay, I guess that does it for Doge for us. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.